Warning, warning. Two subjects are reading the SCPs over the intercom. Cover thine ears and await for royal instructions. Hi, welcome back. This is unprecedented. The second episode in so many weeks.
I know.
Hiatus is firmly
You guys
over.
thought the podcast was over.
We got a comment, and it made me really sad because part of the comment was like, "If you guys ever come back, I'd be really happy." There's like, no, it was just a
Wait,
hiatus.
Where is this? You're lying.
It was from episode 181. It's like, I'll read it now because it's not going to get read otherwise. This is from Chris Merkel Studios, long-time listener, first-time commenter here. I just want to say thanks for all the hours of entertainment you provided through this podcast. I love SCP, but never have time to actually sit down and read them these days. So listening to DSCP during my commute or while working was a great way to experience new articles and old favourites. If this show ever comes back, I look forward to whatever you cover next. Ad Astra per Aspera, maybe? If not, best of luck to both of you in all your future endeavours. We're back. Please.
I'm commenting
Chris.
under your account. I'm saying we are coming back. Have faith. Smile.
We came back yesterday. He knows, presumably.
Well, I felt the need to answer that. That was so sincere. Fuck.
If you ever come back.
This is what happens
sorry.
when winter happens.
I'm sorry, it was the holiday season.
Yeah. Except for that one time. Smile.
That was because I'll be honest now, I'll actually reveal the reason now. That's
Are you
because
sure?
I
You don't have
hadn't
to.
slept all through the night and I was barely conscious.
It's true. He was like, no, I'm fine. We did Aetheral Space, and he was just like fluoride. I was
in
like,
the void.
I said some quip in like 5 seconds. Just dead air. I was like, Tan.
The doctors were like, we're losing him.
We're losing him! He has
this-
no red bow.
And afterwards you were like, how did he do the podcast? This says his heart stopped 5 minutes before we started recording. My will was
Anyway.
the only thing keeping me going.
I'm glad you have so much will and spunk, but we are back.
I'm
We've
sorry,
been back. We had
glad I
Sobek
thought.
and Krogat last week. We did have to execute both of them.
Yeah, they
but
no longer exist in the same format.
they will become the foundation of this country.
This nation.
Civilization. Okay, Tan, how many articles do you have for me today, buddy?
Absolutely. That's not a good response to that question, but I have 2 articles for you. Count them. 1, 2.
We did it together. We each counted one.
Can you tell how many articles there are? Type in the
What?
keypad below how many articles you think there are.
Why don't you like
This is Discovered SCP is like an educational PC game.
Have you seen that meme of the guy who's just like staring at the camera? It goes like, "When I'm with you." You know what I'm talking about?
No. I don't know.
Just hold on. I can link you the GIF. Give me a second.
I'm excited to
This is
describe
important,
the
guys. Sorry, I know this is a visual podcast. Anomalous, put this on
Anomalous, don't do anything you don't feel
fucking-
comfortable with.
this fucking GIF.
It's that guy. It's a
Yeah,
bold man,
I don't even remember why I was making that reference to begin with now. What did you say
There's the
before?
article. There's the article. SCP-3731, and this is called Normality Will Be Protected by Fieldstone. And we are
I don't
actually
like
going back
that.
to Apotheosis.
Fieldstone. Is this the next one in the series?
It
then?
is, yeah. Actually, no, I skipped
Did
ahead
we already
like
read A New
2 years.
Age of Majak?
Yeah.
Alright. And this is by...
Sure
You
we
said
did.
it already, but I'm just checking.
Fieldstone.
Fieldstone, thank you for providing us with
Thank you
content
so
today.
much. Thank you.
Everyone, if you like SCPs and you're not on the wiki, if you give them even one upvote, they
If
will...
you really
like,
are happy, PM them with a smiley. Don't do that.
It'll be the difference between some of their mental health that day. So make sure you upvote. as
It would
much
be
as
a
you
negative impact, to be honest.
can. If you downvote.
I just feel like if I logged in and like on like 20 PMs that were just like a smiley face.
I
would
was talking about
I would think
upvoting,
I'm about
not
to
your
be
smiley
killed, to be
comment.
honest.
Oh man, now I want to send you increasingly worrying.
What would you do?
DMs.
Here's a scenario for you. You wake up in the morning, your phone is buzzing and wakes you up, basically. And you open your phone and you've got text message from every person you know and it's just a smiley face from each of them.
I would assume I have something on my phone, some kind of malware.
Really,
Or
I would assume
some
some
man in
sort
the
of like
middle
global
attack.
apocalypse had happened.
Well, that's because you would jump to... See, I know you don't know a lot about how the world works, so your mind jumps to the fantastical, which is a beautiful thing. But I would not immediately assume there was an apocalypse. I would assume there was some prank, or my friends had planned something, or that there was some man-in-the-middle attack where people were, like, taking the links between texts my friends sent me into me and changing them. I wouldn't assume that an apocalypse had created, and the apocalypse exclusively made everyone text me a smiley face. What apocalypse would that even be? Tell me.
Well, I assume some sort of like mental virus has got everyone, made them send smiley faces.
Mental virus, and the mental virus lets them understand to use their phone.
Well, yeah, but the smile all smileyed up now.
the one guy who resists, you can tell because he sends a frowny face. It's like those images where you have to find the one emoji that's different.
He's like, I am not a number.
He's like, I've started the resistance. I need you, brother.
You are the spark that lights the flame that brings the First Order down! And this is what he looks like.
What does he look like? What are you sending me? Wait, is that the guy?
It is. I'm going to describe what we're seeing.
Is this the 16-year-old darts champion?
What? No, this is Sam from Game of Thrones in a kimono of sorts.
Oh, that's right! Okay. I forgot about Game of Thrones.
Had she me mashed, dear Jon Snow?
What was Sam's whole thing again?
He was
like a bookman?
Yeah, he was like fairly useless, but they didn't realise that his strength was not in like strong fighting, but in reading books instead.
Nice.
He's just like me for real.
And then, hang on, I just have to send this gift to Nami Nam so he has it. Alright, anyway, we were reading articles or some shit,
yeah,
right?
we were supposed to be. But yeah, SCP-3731, this is called Normality Will Be Protected.
Nice.
Let's get into why.
By the way, you guys should literally give us medals because it's so hard to not talk about Pal World right now. We're trying to focus on SCP and other errata, but...
Another errata, of course. Alright,
read.
Item number... SCP-3731, Object Class Care. Special Containment Procedures. Protocol Alabaster has been declared active. All Foundation military personnel have been reassigned to the expansion of the Orange Zone via the securing of SCP instances. We can see the Orange Zone in the map here.
What if I don't want to go to the Orange Zone? What if I like lemons better?
You're going to the Orange Zone. Yes, you're going to Brazil.
You were going to the Orange Zone. The worst part is, if you look at the Orange Zone, it's like the most like nothing states. I think that's Utah, a little bit of Oklahoma or Wyoming.
Listeners from Utah, Oklahoma, Wyoming.
Hang on, let me look up map of U.S. states because I can't even tell what these fucking nothing states are.
Jesus.
It looks like, yeah, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. New Mexico's based.
Humanity to Americans.
But Utah, Arizona, Colorado, who gives a fuck? Actually, people care about Colorado. Okay, just Utah and Arizona. My bad.
Jesus. He's cruel and unusual.
I'm not unusual.
You are. You're a little freak.
You're a little freak. You're a little freak, and you'll get back to reading, won't you? I activate my monkeys.
Stop! Stop, the monkeys have claws!
They all start mining you.
These monkeys have claws!
I activate my lamb ball.
This guy's been playing Power World. This guy...
Fluffy Shield!
He said he wasn't going to mention it.
It's so hard not to. It's so fun. Anyway, keep reading.
All research personnel have been reassigned to development of technological, paratechnological, and formic countermeasures to the SCP activity, in addition to more effective neutralization procedures.
The countermeasure is just like raising your fucking barrier and whatever. Yeah. Why does every shonen, by the way, it's not just JJK, have like, oh, this is the barrier so no one knows what's going down? You have to erect a barrier.
It's useful in an urban fantasy...
Yeah. No one knows about fantasy because we erect
if you don't have that, then the urban part of the fantasy becomes unrecognisable in terms of society.
Although I don't know how it works in JJK, because in JJK universe, there are normal people who aren't sorcerers who can see it. Yeah. Like, it's just kind of rarish. Well, so I don't know how that goes by.
Well, they would be dismissed, basically. It's like, oh yeah, there was a big guy, like, eating people. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Take him to the fucking sanitarium. Take him to the sanitarium and take out his brain.
Sanitarium, like Darkest Dungeon?
Yeah, that's a real place, the sanitarium.
There was only one?
Yeah.
The sanitarium.
Yeah.
It's in the London Museum. Keep reading.
And formic countermeasures, SCP. So basically, everyone's been assigned to bring up those tech trees.
I love the idea of atomic countermeasures. It's like everyone's like loading up their guns and putting on their vests, and one dude's like casting spells in the background with his scrolls. He's got his spell book open. He's like, Azarath, Metrion, Zinthos. Don't worry, guys. I buffed the party.
As a cleric.
He's like, hold on, I have to pray to Jesus for a couple minutes.
Like the
switch
Dark
out my
Souls
spells.
spell animation.
Yeah, he like kneels and puts his like fist to his head. Just an aura.
Portable contained objects have been moved into the orange zone.
Wait, I really love the idea of that aesthetic. It's like all these military dudes and then like the white mage.
Patches is there.
Yeah. Oh, seems you guys are having a bit of trouble.
SCP on that ledge. I'm sure you could contain it.
Oh, there's a Scranton reality anchor down there. Why don't you peek over the edge?
Useful to surviving the anomalies.
Has anyone written a patches or patches adjacent to SCP?
No, I'm pretty sure not.
There's gotta be. You gotta make that happen, Tan. I'm entrusting it to you.
Immovable objects. So portable contained objects have been moved into the orange zone as resources have allowed. Immovable objects have been decommissioned or rendered physically inaccessible in accordance with their respective emergency protocols. So everything they can move, they've taken into the orange zone. Everything they can't move, they've ruined.
Damn.
Sites containing immovable K-class threats have been formally warded and locked down. Overt automated defense systems have been deployed to maintain the perimeters of these sites.
What's interesting about this graph, right, is it implies that the Foundation only exists and operates in the United States.
Well, that's where the orange zone is.
Well, yeah, but like they said everything else is fucked. Does that include like England, all the other countries? Wow. That's all we got.
And it's even more interesting here, because this is like, obviously this was all like alternate history as well, if you notice. Because this is like a British colony, but they're talking about like its own like nation.
Well, shut up. Heartbeat shotgun.
It bounces off.
You know what the funny thing
is?
is?
The waitress.
Even if there hadn't been a revolution, like, what would fucking England have done with America? What did America have?
Well, if you had stayed
that
tight, we
would
could
have
have
made the difference.
We could have finished the obelisk.
What's the obelisk?
It's for the sacrifice ritual.
Actually, that's why that's the orange exclusion zone. That's the obelisk's radius, the unfinished
you see,
one. It would have protected everything.
The reason why you weren't getting any representation is because we were using it to build the obelisk, so we could sacrifice you.
You see, there's two obelisks on the Earth, and they're like, oh my god, it's an antenna to receive the signals.
Like, we need to tell the president, and like a stereotypical British man walks with like a top hat and silence business, like, sorry old chaps, it seems you've seen too much.
And he's got a cane in one hand, and in the other it's like the head of the president decapitated.
We were only too happy to let you play at nations, but now that you found the obelisk, playtime's over.
That would actually be a fun AU. It's like Illuminati or some like secret like conspiracy organization, but it's like the British government pulling puppet strings on America. So people wouldn't get mad that we had too much Demesne.
You get to tell the president, is like, this is very interesting what you've told me, and I'm very happy you came to me straight away.
He hits the button, the doors lock, 4 redcoats with the funny Buckingham Palace hats pop out.
They say these chaps never move, but I'm sure they'll make an exception for you.
We're not even reading this article. I feel bad. All right, we're locked in. I'm locked in. Okay. Lock in face. Okay. Let's read.
All assets formally restricted. Fucking obelisk.
Sir, get down! The obelisk! It's vibrating!
Everyone in America's like, what's happening?
There's like this horrible earthquake. It's just the obelisk is vibrating. It's received the message.
And it goes,
Earth begins to move in the other direction.
It's like, for king and country, for king and earth.
Wait, what are they summoning?
They're going to sacrifice all the Americans so the British become immortal. It's like
Full Metal Alchemist, but England.
Everyone in America's like, everyone in Britain's like,
Well, that would actually be a good AU, because Britain's population, right, is way lower than America, so just make it every time a British person would die, an American dies instead. Like
Love train. Okay, this time for real, though. This time for real.
Yeah, lock in. It's my lock-in noise.
All assets formerly restricted by the Veil Doctrine, including pyrotechnical weapons and vehicles, infantry...
I like the word pyrotechnical.
I like it as well. Infantry augmentation equipment and overt automated defense systems such as giant-class unpiloted combat drones are approved for open use. So secrecy is long gone.
I'm literally so aether-pilled, I almost corrected that to chassis. And I was like, oh wait, no.
Ethics Committee rulings pertaining to the SCP are considered irrelevant.
Oh, fuck.
All Mobile Task Force units / Foundation military assets are reassigned to the securing of the SCP by any means necessary. Instances of the SCP are to be relocated to the Orange Zone for processing.
Mm-hmm.
Provisional containment areas have been constructed within the Orange Zone to house excess SCP instances. Trucking, rail, and other transport infrastructure is to be commandeered as necessary for the movement of contained instances. As of 05 Council Mandate 3731-OV236, contained instances of SCP are to be restored to baseline normalcy via neutralization procedure 08 Lilac.
He's got the hiccups, guys. Everyone say boo really loud so you scare them out of him. He just starts brandishes a spear. I won't die here.
Back, I say. Can't you see them? Restored instances are being employed as Class E personnel within the Orange Zone until global normalcy can be reinstated.
Alright. Do you need me to take over? You got this. Hell yeah.
So what do we think the SCP is?
Okay, so I see there's a funny robot. I see all this land. So I'm guessing all this land in the zone is just like protected by thaumaturgic bullshit. It's taken over everything. All the SCPs are to be killed, not just left. So it's not something that indiscriminately kills, because they're worried about the SCP objects, right? So my thinking... what's the name of this article?
This is normalcy will be protected.
Oh, so maybe everyone's like weird now, and these are like the last.
Remember what Apotheosis is about?
Oh, the mutants have taken over most of the world.
Let's keep going.
Oh, how does it progress the canon from here?
Description.
Oh dear.
SCP-3731 is the sapient population of Earth, formerly known as humanity.
So, wait, time out. We know the mutants are sapient, right?
Yeah.
So, are they just like, is this bullshit?
Well, they're anomalous.
Oh, fuck off.
Following the total containment failure of Formic symbiote SCP-3396, available data indicates that 100% of the civilian population outside the Orange Zone have been converted to SCP-3731. The conversion of human beings to the SCP is caused by exposure to semi-tangible blue matter secreted by SCP-3396, which spreads contagiously between instances. The incubation period between exposure to blue matter and conversion to the SCP ranges from seconds to months. Organisms exposed to blue matter display extreme formic innovation.
Footnote, thaumaturgy is the capability to consciously affect physical...
A wizard needs to tell me this.
Thaumaturgy is the capability to consciously affect physical changes to the environment using non-physical methods. The level of thaumic innovation present in the SCP allows instances to use cognition, visualization, speech, or gestures to cause events that violate physical laws, such as cause and effect, or the conservation of mass and energy. This is their one white mage.
and polymorphism. Says this one, yeah?
Polymorphism is the anomalous alteration of physical anatomy. The SCP frequently displays morphology that would not typically be compatible with life,
resulting in an unpredictable variety of anomalous capabilities. The effect of blue matter symbiosis on the personality and intelligence of the instances is inconclusive. Available data indicates that instances retain the knowledge and traits they possessed when they were human, and almost invariably continue responding to their human identity. While blue matter exposure does not appear to cause psychological symptoms, the SCP collectively display high rates of physical aggression, anti-establishmentarian tendencies, and other antisocial behaviour compared to human beings.
I'm not going to tease you, but he was trying to say anti-establishmentarian.
That's what I said.
For reference. Sure. Smile.
Ancestors.
He's summoning them! He's holding out the spirit ashes.
Benedict, will you help me one last time?
You stand.
Benedict Arnold.
Oh my god.
I reach out my hand and my eyes close and a hand grasps it.
This was many years ago, by the way, guys. Short story. When Tan and I first met, and we're just like pals doing stuff. I
when
remember
we used to be friends.
I was like, by the way, Benedict Arnold, like, he's this big traitor in America. How do the British view it? He's just like, they don't care. No one cares about him. And I thought that was so sad. He betrayed a country and became like America's like hated guy, and the people he betrayed for don't give two shits about him. Isn't that evil? Do you feel sad for him?
Have a parade?
He died alone,
What did he
like
accomplish?
Yuji's grandpa, but without Yuji. What did he accomplish?
He's
That's a good
like
question.
talking like his child is like, Benno. When you die, make sure you're surrounded by the people you betrayed for.
I don't know, that seems sad to me. It's like, imagine going out of your way to like stay loyal, and then the people you stayed loyal to are like, who are you again, colonist?
He's like, it's me, Benedict. That accent.
He's like, when I help you guys defeat the Americans, I'll become a royal too. Of course, fingers crossed behind King George's back.
No, King George is like in the front, slouched over in like the villainous pose. In the shadows,
So
you just see like
boring.
shining eyes.
Yeah, no one ever mentions any famous British generals from that time. It's like, General Poppers. Who is there any revolutionary generals that are famous for you guys?
We disposed of them once they failed us.
They activated the trapdoor in the royal guard room.
It returns to King George's body.
All right,
It's
please
like
continue.
fucking Full Metal Alchemist again. He's like, father.
Beautiful.
It's like, come back to me, my other self. Okay.
Where were we?
We talk about how the antisocial. Non-anomalous symptoms and mutations, such as adjustment to new modes of sensory perception or telepathic input from other instances, trauma reactions to physical transformation, and situational stress related to the collapse of civilization, are hypothesized to contribute to this instability. Though communities of the SCP have been observed to organize and self-govern with varying degrees of success, infighting attacks by other SCP instances have consistently limited their growth. Following the enactment of Protocol Alabaster and the Foundation's withdrawal to the Orange Zone, SCP casualties to other breach/uncontained anomalies, some of which are themselves affected by formic mutation, have also risen to significant levels. Reconnaissance data suggests that the number of living instances is no more than 5% of the baseline human population.
Damn.
Field reports suggest that the formic innovation and polymorphic variance of individual SCP instances continuously increases over time, causing the instances to take on increasingly paranormal forms and capabilities. The resulting accumulation of anomalous activity has had catastrophic effects on global ecosystems and geology. Earthquakes, fire spouts, the appearance of mountains and sinkholes, dead zones incompatible with life for various reasons, and falls for animals from the sky have all been reported.
I like to think half of this is because of global warming, but it's just like more convenient to pin it on the mutants. It's like, oh, look what they're doing. The air is so hot.
It's like, we're not global warming, you can't do this! Oh, aren't you on fire right now?
He's holding a lighter.
It feels very warm to me. Give my regards to the ozone.
Hold on, this is a throwback, but now I'm just imagining like fucking King George as like a Fate character. His imperial privilege.
Ruler class.
Yeah.
It's like,
All
but
right,
that's
please
impossible.
continue.
A ruler shouldn't have any desire for the Grail. Indeed, it is beneath me.
And yet I've always desired what I can't have. Now haven't I?
I do not need the Grail. Or my sword is all I need to cull the American herd.
He like slices in the building there and like diagonally crashes.
I wonder, how many Americans did I just save from their lives?
There are like two peak swordsman feats you can do, which is you slice and then there's a slice created that's far larger than your sword would reach, or you like run at someone, slice, and then there's a pause and then they fall like dead.
I've got
in
a new
half.
one for you. I've got a new one. He slashes at you and you're like, nothing happened, and you look down and remember that your arm was amputated years ago.
It slashes so hard it cuts through time.
Yeah.
I also gave you cancer while I was at it.
I added a little flavour to the blade.
It's asbestos poisoning. He puts it on like fucking Dark Souls resin as before he gets
you're
you.
there with your friend, I slash and your friend vanishes. You're like, where did he go? Oh, don't you remember his funeral? You wept so dearly.
And then, like, a flashback of a memory that doesn't exist at the funeral. It's like, oh, he died of cancer from the asbestos poisoning.
No one knows
And
what
also his
happened. He just suddenly
amputated
fell
arm.
into 2 pieces.
Okay, fuck. Oh, that's gotta be an Abra Facade thing, ex-Musashi at some point. I love it.
The SCP are projected to render the planet uninhabitable by 2024. Huh? If allowed to continue at the current rate.
Bad news for us.
We still got time.
Was this written in 2018?
I think so.
Alright,
But anyway.
do we have to read these?
Yeah, I don't. You do.
To kill rising! Okay, I got this.
It does not matter how much an insect wishes to kill me. Its hands will never hold a blade.
Is that what Musashi says?
No, is what I say.
10/16/2018. First contact with SCP-3731 instances during containment of the SCP-3396. 11/1/2018. I'm glad this is finally using, like, real dates, by the way. Foundation, GOC, United Nations, and Unusual Incidents Unit. I honestly forgot what GOC stands for. Global Occult Coalition. Established demilitarized neutral zone around the SCP to prevent global warfare and lifted veil scenario. Miracles and other anomalous events are reported across the country as thalamic infection begins to spread, requiring the amnesticization of over 70,000 civilians. Can I just say this article feels like cheating?
What do you mean?
I love this so far, by the way. I genuinely think it's good, and I appreciate how it advances the timeline. But there are a lot of SCPs like this, and I don't just mean like it's addendum maxing, but like legitimately, the SCP is just the idea that these people have transformed, right? Wouldn't those be 3396-1s? Like, this should be a tale.
This guy.
Like, I don't know why this counts as its own designation. It's clearly just to, like, put it in a number slot instead of a tail
story.
slot.
Come on.
So you get more upvotes.
It's the
That's
format
the
as well.
pessimistic reading, anyway. I guess, yeah. But, like, I mean, come on. We all know that, like, this would be a 3396-1.
I slashed your memory.
Or it would be like an XK class scenario or whatever the fuck. Scenario. I don't know. It feels like, but I'll allow it. Because this is really good. No problem, even though you didn't write this and have no bearing on it. 12/11/2018. 3731 instances present on all 6 inhabited continents. Estimated 0.8%. What?
What are they presenting?
Oh, sorry. Instances present on all 6 inhabited continents. My bad.
Hey guys, we're here on all 6 inhabited continents.
Welcome back. We're on all 6 inhabited continents.
I've exposed 1,000 people to blue matter. Let's see what happens.
They should have just moved to Antarctica. Estimated 0.8% of global population infected. That would have been poetic, because it's like they'd rather have the last normal people like freeze to death and be miserable than like associate with the mutants or whatever. SCP-3731 instance in London, England enables crowd at outdoor concert to fly by, imitating a flapping motion with their arms, creating extremely visible display of mass anomalous activity. MTF's Tau 91, Mage Slayer, and ETA 67, Bird Dogs, deployed for securing and containment. I gotta be honest, another minor format thing, not with this article. This article is literally just following the rules, but like, obviously, everyone's here for the cool MTF names, right? The Mage Slayers, Bird Dogs. I hate that they always have to preface it with some, like, dog shit, a Greek alphabet and random number. Like, just say the name you want to say. Why do they care? They're never, ever referred to as Tau 91 again throughout the rest of the article, I'm sure. Like, they should just, SCP, I know it's supposed to be, like, clinical documenting, but they should... But, like, they're clearly not that clinical if they're naming their teams Mage Slayers and Bird Dogs. You know what I mean? Just go all in with it. That's my opinion as an outside viewer. Anyway, deployed for securing and containing. Amnestics administered by helicopter. All affected individuals found to be contaminated with blue matter, and later convert into 3731 instances. Foundation casualties, 0. 3731 contained. 314. Civilians amnesticized, approximately 9,000. 12/29/2018. Estimated 1.4% of global population converted to 3731. All Foundation personnel trained in thaumaturgy are reassigned to the warding of Foundation sites from symbiotic infection. They're casting the barrier, the typical barrier. Only people with my wizard buff can see this.
Commander,
it still protects the veil.
Commander, I've surrounded the entire site with salt.
No, that's why they call it the veil. It's literally they're lowering their shonen veil barrier. This prevents the normies from seeing what we're up
Emerge from darkness, darker than darkness.
Wait, what's that from?
That's what they say. When they're lowering it.
3 SCP-3731
Gorgeous,
instances in Paris, France. So fun thing. There's a little piece of dirt above the E in France on my monitor, so I thought it was Francais at first. Use anomalous
French.
capabilities to rob an armored truck. Responding field agents are quickly overwhelmed, necessitating the deployment of MTF Omega-12 Achilles Heels to neutralize the instances. Foundation casualties, 18. Civilian, 29. Civilians amnesticized, 447. 2/2/2019. Estimated 2.5% of global population converted to 3731. GOC authorizes lethal force against 3731 for all units worldwide, leading to a lifted veil scenario and widespread rioting. 05 Mandate 3731-OV17 establishes Orange Zone in Sonoran Desert, Arizona. City of Phoenix evacuated, thomically warded, and commandeered for use as headquarters and staging area of zone operations. Approximately 1,420,000 civilians displaced. Approximately 30,000... Get out of here!
We need this for containment!
It's important! Well, so why... Here's the thing. Why are they even containing anymore, right? If the veil's been broken, why does it matter?
Just one more anomaly to contain, bro.
There's still some they don't know about yet! Who cares? The world's ending!
Yeah, my guy's like, just one more, bro, please. I swear.
It's an addiction. Oh, man. Approximately 30,331 instances... God damn it. Instances identified and contained through joint effort by numerous specialized task forces. Provisional Containment Area 1 constructed to house surplus population of 3731. 4/7/2019. Estimated 11.3% of global population converted to 3731. National, state, and local governments are largely unable to function. 05 Mandate, 7 in favor, 4 opposed, 2 abstaining, authorizes use of anomalous methods in the containment of the SCP, including reverse engineering of paratechnology, use of necrothaumaturgy, and collusion with extra-dimensional entities. 6/19/2019.
We can't let the anomalous get out. Call up
It's like, you really want to make...
Destroyer.
Cthulhu's like, and you're sure this is a good idea.
Could not live with your own failure.
I will literally kill...
Back to me.
Estimated 38% of global population converted to 3731. GOC neutralization efforts have failed and the coalition no longer appears to be active. 05-7 converted to 3731 instance. Voluntarily enters containment. 8/1/2019. Estimated 56% of global population converted to 3731. City of Jaipur, India is almost entirely destroyed when an infant converted to 3731 begins consuming nearby people and objects and incorporating them into its own body. Instance continues to grow and metamorphose as it seeks and assimilates individuals, food, and toys. Neutralization efforts are unsuccessful. Instance is terminated by a coordinated effort from approximately 100 other instances, which engage it with their anomalous capabilities. Foundation casualties, 206. Civilian casualties, estimated 2,400,000. At this time, breakthroughs in anti-thaumic technology enabled the Foundation to develop weapons and other countermeasures effective against the SCP.
I'll take over then. This bit.
Yeah.
Do you want popcorn?
Yeah, let's popcorn them.
Okay. Controlled Innovation Gauntlets. Description. Attachment for infantry combat exoskeletons. Used in close quarters to deliver weaponized formic invocations to targets struck by the gauntlets. Default charge causes target skeleton to combust. Can be loaded with more specialized invocations as necessary.
That's like some fucking Blue Exorcist shit. It's like, oh, we've inscribed the spell on the gauntlet, so when I hit you, shocking grasp. That's kind of fun.
This is a very cool setting.
Yeah, it is. I like this.
Tell me about the Ordnance.
We're literally going to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Spectral Emulsion Ordnance. Infantry equipment for ground engagements. Manifests spectral energy in a directed stream in a manner analogous to a flamethrower. May cause residual haunting. That's awesome. God, these are cool.
Formic Resonance Oscillator. Vehicle-mounted equipment for large-scale engagements and crowd controls. Incapacitates with lower fatality rate at low frequencies. Uses tuned aetheric waves!
Gemini World!
For picture like Musashi.
The only one who decides what happens to me is me. Oh, fine, Council.
To stimulate blue matter growths and silences, causing uncontrolled bursts of anomalous activity. Effects on aetheric stimulation on blue matter are unpredictable. Use only from safe distance.
I need an aether stimulant. There should be a pill in aetheral space, and you take it, and your aether flares, and it's like taking the limitless pill.
I'm using 100% of my brain.
I'm using 100% of my aether. Oh my god, how annoying would that be in aetheral space? It's like, did you know humans are only capable of using 10% of their aether? With my aether pill. Thano-penetrating aperture mortar. Long-range artillery from bombardment of fortified areas. Causes large holes to open on surfaces within the area of detonation. Groups of elongated, multi-jointed human limbs emerge from holes to detect sapient organisms and pull them inside. So see, this is interesting because they just clarified earlier, they said 3731s aren't sapient, so it's like they're admitting that they are.
No, they said they are.
Look, earlier, where was it? Hold on, this is important.
First line is, the SCP is the sapient population of Earth.
Oh, okay. I'm dumb. I misread earlier. My bad. From holes to detect sapient organisms and pull them inside, after which the holes demanifest. Effective for depopulating 3731 instances while minimizing damage to infrastructure.
Autonomous neutralization drones. AI-equipped robotic aircraft dedicated to the tracking of uncontained SCP instances. Drones resemble wasps and travel in swarms. Released around borders of Orange Zone to supplement perimeter forces. Drones are programmed to tunnel into the bodies of the instances and disrupt internal blue matter formations. Approximately 2% of instances survive this procedure and can be recruited as E-class personnel following recovery. Ooh. How generous.
Geometric destabilization artillery. Aircraft-mounted missile weaponry causes spatial distortions incompatible with life, ergo surfaces folding into themselves, objects occupying the same space at the same time, to become physical norms within the detonation radius. Recommended only for emergency use against 3731 instances that have converted to large-scale non-humanoid forms. Renders area of effect permanently uninhabitable, as organisms entering the radius experience redistribution of the circulatory system and compression injuries from folding of body surfaces.
Yeah, I know it.
You're doing this next time.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck you.
8/24/2019. Estimated 77% of global population converted. O5 mandates OV201 recalls all Foundation assets and operations to Orange Zone. Development begins on a Lilac series of neutralization procedures. Lilac procedures use a combination of formic evocation, anomalous medical interventions, and radical surgery to restore SCP instances to human states. 9/19/2019. Estimated 89% of global population converted. Reclamation of 2 Uxon commences. SCP instances are unprepared for newly developed countermeasures. Foundation casualties 39. SCP casualties 842. SCPs contained 12,656.
How the fuck are they containing these things?
O5 mandates authorizes procedure O1 Lilac.
So here's the thing. Civilians are dropping like flies. Most people are these. Who are they fucking protecting?
We need just one more containment, bro. Just one more.
This one guy in the O5.
It's still salvageable. We can still fix it.
I don't think so, buddy.
Just one more amnestic. Don't forget.
Foundation when the status quo changes. Grrr.
These fucking... Authorizes procedure O1 Lilac for use on contained instances. Procedure survival rate 0.01%.
I'm feeling optimistic. I'm a gambler.
10/14/2019. Global population completely converted to the SCP. Humanity is extinct outside the Orange Zone. O51 is lost during the destruction of Site-63. Entire site and the surrounding landscape launched into space by SCP instances. 11/1/2019. Reclamation of El Paso commences. Foundation casualties 124. SCP-3731 casualties 599. Contained 16,902. Procedure O5 Lilac authorized for use on contained instances. Procedure survival rate 6.1%. That's almost a sure thing. 11/10/2019. Reclamation of Albuquerque. Oh, that's where Walter White lives!
It's time to cook, Jesse.
Oh
my god, and he has blue meth! That's how it spread! He was doing the SCP's will!
Jesse, we need to thrive.
Oh god, I wish Hamiltoe still did thumbnails because I want Walter White all blue and it says, Jesse, we need to thrive.
Foundation casualties 201. SCP casualties 456. SCPs contained 13,219. 2/6/2020. 052 safe house located and attacked by a group of 44 SCP instances. 052 Imperial bodyguards defend residents using prototype stealth-equipped combat exoskeletons.
Oh, this was the last one we read, right?
Residents become a site of Battle of Latrobe. Foundation casualties 3. SCP casualties 43. SCPs contain 0. 3/8/2020. 054 converted to the SCP. Sends message to all Foundation associated email and cellular text addresses simultaneously. Thrive. Before disappearing. Expedition to Santa Fe reports that entire city...
So I know, but I bet the Church of the Broken God would lose their shit over those exoskeletons if they're that good. I'm just saying.
Reports that the entire city has become a dense forest of humanoid trees with anomalous fauna and microclimates. City deemed irreclaimable. Bombing commences.
If it's irreclaimable, then just let it be. Why bomb?
This is anomalous. It must go.
Jesus
just one
Christ.
Just one more containment, bro.
They're basically just the GOC now.
GOC sort of gave up. So
Yeah.
even they were like, this is the new normal, guys.
I thought it was assumed they died because they're not as epic as the Foundation. They all have the same resources.
3/18/2020. Provisional Containment Area 9 undergoes supply shortages. Area Director is forced to ration electricity, limiting the originally contained SCP instances access to air conditioning. After 2 days of rationing, 37 instances have expired from heat stroke. PCA-9 is destroyed in ensuing riots, resulting in the breach of approximately 14,000 instances. 4/27/2020. Reclamation of Las Vegas commences. Organised resistance to reclamation efforts forces retreat by Foundation military assets. Foundation casualties 5,379. SCP casualties unknown, estimated 950. SCPs contain 0. 6/4/2020. Can I popcorn after this one? This one's longer than I thought it would be.
I got you. Hey, it's alright. Rest now.
Even though I'm British.
Even though you're British.
you really forgive me?
No, but you can rest.
You push me, you're like, no.
Push you off the cliff. Go ahead, your final rest.
6/4/2020. Just like the tea, huh? And then I hit the water.
And then you fall into the harbor.
Yeah.
6 So stupid. 6/4/2020. Provisional Containment Area 7 is overrun by SCP-3731, using improvised military tactics, resulting in the breach of an estimated 17,500 instances. 7/17/2020. Reconnaissance indicates that communities of the SCP have established independent governments and trade. Instances generally attempt to imitate human society. Natural disasters caused by the accumulation of anomalous activity, ergo hails of biting skulls, sentient lightning storms, make travel and construction hazardous. 9/20/2020. Food and water shortages at Provisional Containment Area 11 result in the expiration of over 400 SCP instances over the course of the week. Area Director Francesca Whitlerk makes the unauthorized decision to shut down PCA-11's containment operations, resulting in the breach of approximately 11,000 instances. So basically she was like, this is inhumane, I'm letting it go.
I like the one before he's like, yeah, they're making states. No.
1/4/2021.
You have too many arms, you can't.
FCF-500 Loyalists formed, consisting of 3731 instances who retained allegiance to the Foundation post-conversion. MTF-500 assigned to defense of Orange Zone borders. Flora and fauna affected... Yeah, really, for real. Flora... Yeah, what is the point anymore?
We have to win.
What are they really...
One more.
Every other 05's like, no! And he's like, I'm taking over!
We can still... It's still good.
USA!
It's still good.
What is the point? Why are they fighting? Flora and fauna affected by thomic mutation continue to take on increasingly dangerous forms. Travel outside the zone is impossible without specially equipped military escort. 3/10/2021. Alvarado report confirms continuing increase in the thomic strength of SCP-3731. Long-term projection indicates that continued thomic proliferation will render the planet uninhabitable for non-anomalous life by 2027. So the status quo has officially been broken. Like, there's nothing... 8/2/2022. Dr. Tilda Moose and MTF...
We'll terraform Mars and tell everyone it's Earth. It'll work.
And MTF Sigma-3 bibliographers are revealed to have been acting as agents of the Serpent's Hand for at least 2 years, aiding and abetting the escape of instances to the Wanderer's library. 7/2/2023. Provisional Containment Area 2, formerly the city of Tucson, is overrun by SCP instances. MTF-A00 killed in action after the SCP instances hijacked several giant-class automated combat drones. Successfully reprogram them to attack Foundation forces. The thin Foundation line.
It's like,
got the Punisher logo. 1/1/2024.
The Foundation, like, how could you kill them? They were still human.
SCP-3396 breaks pattern of inactivity and begins ascending into the upper atmosphere. All Foundation thermic scanning equipment worldwide malfunctions simultaneously to display the reading Thrive. Geographical data accelerates the timeline of the Alvarado report. Earth projected to be uninhabitable for non-anomalous organisms by April of 2024. Oh baby, I can't wait. I wish this would happen in real life, because I don't want to deal with the world as it is anymore. 2/2/2024. O5 Council Mandate 3731-OV627 authorizes the use of Procedure 99 Lilac. 2 in favor, 1 opposed, 0 abstaining. Final thing. Can you read it?
Procedure 99 Lilac Overview. Former baric stratosphere cluster charge munitions will be detonated over each of the planet's remaining landmasses.
Why? Why?
The TSCM used coordinated hypercompression of orgon energy to create a destructive endoformic reaction on a planetary scale. This process will cause the violent rejection of all blue matter formations and the attached physical tissues from the bodies of all SCP instances outside the Orange Zone. The projected survival rate for mutated beings worldwide is 0. This action will prevent the imminent destruction of Earth, although at the cost of creating an NK-class Foundation apotheosis scenario, a state of affairs in which all humanity that remains exists within Foundation containment.
So what's the fucking point? Also, if they had this, why didn't they throw this out when there was like 11%?
I don't know. Because it's very obvious.
I hate the Foundation. I hope this fucking fails.
Following the decommission of SCP-3731, military and research assets will be moved out of the Orange Zone to resume previous operations. The Orange Zone will be used for the establishment of a functioning baseline society and repopulated with E-class survivors of previous Lilac procedures. As Foundation policy and human normality will be one and the same post-apotheosis, parameters of baseline reality will be adjusted to reflect the boundaries of the zone and needs of its management. Causing an NK scenario is the ultimate failure of the Foundation's mission, but provides an unprecedented opportunity. The chance to start clean, to make a better world, shaped and regulated by the guiding hands of the Overseers. It will not be their ascension.
Okay, so the mask is off. It's always just been about, like, O5 ruling cabal of the world.
The zone will be secured. Humanity will be contained. Normality will be protected.
This better get stopped in the next fucking article. I swear to God.
The fucking
I'm so sick of these Foundation motherfuckers. I'm so tired of them. So I know you had 2 articles, but...
Yeah.
Do you have a short one?
I do not have a short one, no.
Oh, man.
Just imagine being in the meeting and like, yeah, so we're gonna fucking kill everyone. You're like, what? You all lost your fucking minds? It's fine. We will become as gods.
So you don't have any short articles?
I don't know.
Fucking, I think we already read Dragon Snails.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I know. Oh man, there should be a list of like articles under 1,000 words. It should be called bite-sized.
There used to be one. I'm not sure if it still is.
Yeah. Anyone in the SCP Foundation who listens anyone in the site who listens to our podcast, make it happen. Come on.
Come on.
You know you want to.
What are you waiting for?
Just do it. So make it for me.
Go through 8,000 articles and make me a list.
Come on, guy.
Oh wait, that list exists. It's called Series 1.
Oh.
Alright, let me see if I can pick a random Series 1. Yeah, here we go. SCP-057, The Daily Grind.
It's like me.
You want to read that?
Sure, why not?
Never mind. This looks obnoxious.
Okay, that's not bad. Sorry, sir, whoever wrote that.
SCP-69. Too long. Alright. What's the Lizard King?
I don't know.
That doesn't look worth reading.
I think we might just get to the YouTube comments at this point.
I guess, but like, then it's only going to be like 50 minutes. We're going to let everybody down, Tan. All right, fine. Let's see how many comments we have this week.
You guys did comment, right?
Let's see. 182. Here we go. It looks like we've definitely. I think a lot of people still aren't aware we're back, or they're over our boys. I know.
Traitors. 1-0.
Unback. All right. In the comments here, NT2K21 says Goblin.
Goblin these nuts.
How do you feel about that?
Contain them. Contain them now.
This will be our apotheosis. This is
You
Dan
won't
Honey
make fun of
Towers.
me anymore.
Hang on, let me switch to my not Tan's account and I can like these comments. Smile. Here we go. Dinotail says, "Welcome back, guys. Glad to see you guys back after a 3-week break. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. This really was a goblin moment. Anyways, are you guys planning on making something for the SCP-8000 contest? Me and a friend are going into this thing head on." Oh, fuck yeah, Dino Tales! Show us your article. I want to read it. I love Dino Tales. Tan, are you going to do 8,000 or are you a coward?
I'm going to try. I'm going to go for it.
Alright, what are you making?
I'm going to reveal that here. You'll have to wait.
I don't want to wait. Can you just tell me?
No, I don't want to.
It's just Power World. It's an article.
I can't tell you because Nintendo will sue me.
Oh, wait. Dennis Jones 337. Great stuff as per usual. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, and wanted to advocate for your 200 extravaganza to focus on the writing process of SCP in some way. Perhaps brainstorming for the anomalous items log or some such. Obviously, it's a ways away, so whatever ends up will be super cool. Probably. And it's SCP. That's cute. I respect that, Owain. That's a good point. For 200, I feel like 100 was a mess. I don't know if people know the full story with that, but I had one thing planned, didn't work out. Had another thing planned. Another big creator did that exact same thing like 2 weeks before we did ours. So we kind of like just did crab game.
I enjoyed it.
I guess, but it wasn't really a podcast. It was basically just a gaming video. For 200, I do want to focus. So, writing process. When we first started this channel, back when we used to have free time in the pandemic, we had a couple of videos about how to write better, but our audio was shit. You know, we never really finished the series thing we were working on, and we never came back to it. I don't think that's a bad idea. I like to think I'm a decent writer, and you obviously are like the 4th highest rated on the wiki, I believe, last time I checked the other day. I feel like it would be valuable because a lot of our viewers are interested in getting into it, and there's always this talk, right, about we want to bring more people onto the on-site community, and I think that'd be a great way to do that. Like, we just we'd have to think of how to format it, but we've got like 18 weeks to think about that or what have you. I think that's a good idea. I don't know. Did you have anything else planned for 200?
Nothing I was specifically thinking of there. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Nice. Good job, Owain Dennis. You'll be spared. Shythalia says... Shythalia, also a longtime viewer. Well, hello there. Hello there to you, too.
Hi.
Sobek4929 says... can you do Sobek's voice? Because I can't do his deep British voice.
Absolutely.
This Sobek guy sounds really cool and handsome and smart.
Dan did not mean Sobek.
You knew exactly what I would do.
Crowcat says, can confirm.
What a bunch of Poindexters, eggheads.
I love Poindexter. Gayhold Mills says, welcome back. And with 2 guests, huzzah! Thank you. Glad to be back. Finally, Anomalous says, 2-person guest episode? Let's go!
Yeah.
Yes, we're back. We intend to stay back and not have any hiatuses for the near future. That's my declaration to you.
Welcome
if
back.
we fail, you're allowed to tie me up and execute a firing squad on me.
Not you, the firing squad.
Yeah, so Tan, I know you've been writing for 2-sentence horror stories recently. You've been sending me some of your musings.
Oh, absolutely. Can I get you some funny good? I mean, to close the episode out, why don't we just get some 2-sentence horror stories?
Yeah.
Because I've been
go to
fucking
Reddit?
consistent.
Let me go to Reddit. Immediately my beard grows longer.
Cool.
I hunch over.
Let me send you some that I care for.
Okay, but do you have the authors? Because we should credit them.
In the picture.
Okay, good. send me.
Send you a couple.
You/a friend says, "We don't go in the spare room." Why, you ask? Each house we live in has one room decorated and filled with death as an offering to the Shadow Man. So here's the thing with two-sentence horror, right? Because
the definition of horror sentence becomes very loose, as does the definition of horror.
Well, not that, but I feel like this subreddit existed, right? It was like, it used to be like genuinely two-sentence horror, and then there was an account I was made on social media, like make fun of all the bad ones, and now I feel like people just write intentionally bad ones.
As soon as they post about the creature.
Yeah, it was over. Give me your next one. You Manglosaurus writes, "The man was just standing there, clapping, but not with his hands."
No.
See, that's how I know this is a joke sub right now. That has 31 upvotes. You Durf Vader says, "My baby Alex is so smart, his first words were numbers." My coworker gushed as she shoved her iPhone in my face. I watched as her giggling 2-year-old suddenly stopped, turned and looked right at the camera and said, 01000000011010101000111000000. I assume that says something in binary.
Yeah, like, I'm going to kill you or something.
So stupid.
I fucking love these things.
You Monkey Strong 64 says, "My mom thinks we were robbed. She doesn't know I've been eating the jewelry." Why does that sound like, oh, I've been such a naughty boy. Crunch. Alright, one more and then we're done.
Okay.
He's searching. He's getting out his best one yet. Come on, Tenothi. There he is. Dapper Leader 9003 writes, "Man, I'm so excited to go down Breadman's Hill. Smile," I said as I was cycling. "Patrick, that's not Dreadman's Hill. That's Dead Man's Hill." My friend yelled at me. Wait, but he said Breadman's the first time, so why is it Dread?
This is you and me.
All right, thank you guys for watching. We're back.
We
here
are
to
so
stay.
back.
We are so back.
We are so
and we
back.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. And if anyone wants to play Power World with us, hang out with us. Bye.
Bye.